broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzzers! You are watching the Netflix series Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt After Show, Season 1, Episode 12, called Kimmy Goes To Court. If you haven't already, please like our box on YouTube and subscribe. You can also find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, blah, blah, blah. You know that whole shebang. I'm your host, Kylie Hodges, and you can follow me on Twitter at @TheKylieHodges. And who are my two lovely co-hosts today?
I'm Sam Davidson, and you can find me on Twitter at SamD43.
And I am Marielou Mandl. You can find me on all social media at Marielou Mandl.
Wow, Joe Doyle, you look really great this week.
I know, he looks really good.
Yeah, and he changed his name to Marielou. It's crazy. Yeah, you've really changed a lot. Great to have you with us, Marielou. So this week was a very plot-heavy episode for Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes, I think it was like getting out a lot of what needed to be said and set up for the last one.
Mm-hmm. What did you think, Marielou?
I thought it was great. I actually have binge watched the show the whole way through twice.
Me too.
Watching as I'm like helping you guys out on your panel, like I get to rewatch it and I was like, oh, I remember all those things. So when I watch it, I like that it's plot heavy, because I think when I went through it the first time, it's like joke, but then this is where we're actually getting somewhere. But I think, as one of you guys mentioned before we started, that it is a setup for the finale.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with this show, is that the more I watch an episode, the more I like it. And this episode was so plot heavy that I wasn't paying attention as much to all the one-liners. There's still a lot of good jokes that, get thrown away, just like in every episode.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Titus's storyline.
Always my favorite.
Right. I feel like he stole the episode. There was no Lillian, so there wasn't much competition there. Titus is on the bus with Kimmy to Durnsville, and he sort of immediately makes himself almost like Kimmy's publicist.
Yes.
He protects her from the media.
Yeah, because he's like, don't worry, I'll keep them away like a Greenpeace person. And then he's like, wait, the cameras? She doesn't want the cameras and the microphones, but I do.
I know, but it kind of annoyed me because, she really needs a friend right now. And I was like, come on, Titus.
But is it very uncharacteristic of Titus to put Titus first in a situation like this? He has been a good friend, but
I think that's how Titus is a friend.
Yeah, he's just when it's like convenient for him. But this is just such a sensitive subject. This is like a serious thing. Like I've said so many times, it's funny, it's written so hilariously, but like this is really a messed up story.
Yeah, well, when he first goes with her, and he's like, okay, I'll go with you. Like he's trying to be a good friend. Like he does want to watch it without commercials, but he does go with her because he cares also. And when he does offer, he's like, oh, I'll keep them away from you. Like I think in that initial moment, it's like, no, I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to keep them away.
Yeah.
And then when he realizes,
he just can't help himself.
Flipped.
Yeah.
I like that he said he was going to pretend to be a Greenpeace volunteer, because I don't know about you guys, but they have been standing outside of my Whole Foods lately.
We must go to the same one.
They live outside of Whole Foods.
Yeah. Bless your heart, Greenpeace. You have great intentions, but when I'm hangry and it's 9 at night and I just need
the time.
I need my eggs to finish making my dinner, get out of my way.
Yeah.
Greenpeace can wait till after I get some food in me. So then Titus is on camera for the first time, and I don't know if you guys caught this, but the chyron, the lower third where it gives like the graphic of the news station and his name, said his name was Titus Andromamam. Like they screwed up his last name, and thought that was cute. Let's see here. Then we got Titus in the hotel room. He's getting ready for his big moment, and he's like putting makeup on himself, and he's the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. I just can't get over how incredibly silly it was with that bit where he was singing to himself.
Gonna be famous.
Wow, you're actually a singer.
Yeah.
You should have been here for the Pinot Noir episode because there was a lot of singing on this panel. And we're not quite as gifted.
I just got a little bit. It's just because I want to be Titus.
I liked that someone asked Titus about his cologne called Dutch Oven.
Kimmy's like,
I
this
wrote that.
blanket smells disgusting. He's like, oh, it's my cologne Dutch oven, but that's not important.
I love fart jokes, and I just really appreciated that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely skipped over a giant thing I wanted to talk about. Before Titus has his big interview, the gentleman that we see in the opening of the show, he was the neighbor near where the mole women were living underground.
Yeah.
He shows up to warn Titus of the fame.
Yeah, it's the guy who's been living there 3 years. Ain't never seen no girl.
Yeah.
Nobody
exactly.
smelled no girl. What?
Those females be strong as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like how it's almost like this episode, I feel like they were breaking the fourth wall a little bit. And, he was acknowledging, like, he actually tried to recreate a remix in person. He was, like, trying to talk like himself in the video. I just thought it was really silly. And how ridiculous, too. Like, your dentist is going to call you.
Yeah, they're going to say that you've got ham in your dry sockets. It's like, no, they don't say that. But there's just other things.
It's just so funny because, like I said, this show is like based off of, I'm pretty sure what happened in Cleveland where I'm from, and the video went viral of the guy that found them, and there was music put to it. It's like, it's taken off of that. I'm going to post it on Twitter so all of you can see it because it's hilarious and it's very similar.
I want to know what became of that guy. I wonder if he got like any like local commercial deals out of it.
Oh, he did. He did well in real life, like
Really?
for a year. Yeah, he got a bunch of stuff, and yeah.
Good for him. I mean, he saved these girls' lives.
I guess so, yeah.
It's sort of, to me, that scene where he was talking to Titus, it kind of seemed like a future Titus, like warning him.
Cautionary
like a ghost.
tale.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't screw up the interview. So he screws up the interview so bad.
Oh, that was amazing.
It was great, though. Like, he's singing, he's like doing weird things with his lips, putting on makeup.
He farted.
He farted. He wasn't wearing pants.
He said something about his skin tags.
Yeah, in the song he was singing, I think he said something about gonna have enough money to get his skin tags removed.
So funny. And then he gets, like, the crash and burn is so epic because he eventually gets up and he's like, my pants. And it's like, why are his pants on his
Why
ankle?
did he get up?
He doesn't know like where to go or what to do.
Over.
And he tried to like hug the graphics. Like he tried to cover them up, like he could somehow put himself in front of the camera and in front of the TV screen of everyone's house and cover the graphics.
And he says, I want to start over. And you're like, oh, right, like he wants to start the interview over. No, he's like, I want to be a baby. Like, he wants to completely start over.
He also said that he wanted to be noted as balding by choice.
And his phone
That's
number.
great. And his phone number. I would love Titus's phone number. I'd love to chat with him. So then at the very end, we see Titus's freak out and it goes viral. It was a good, catchy song.
Yeah, it was
I would
great.
listen to it. So for Kimmy, this was a tough day for Kimmy. She's headed back to Durnsville. She runs into Randy. She gets called the Paul McCartney of mole women.
I have that written down too. I thought that was hilarious.
I wonder what that means. She's the front runner of the gang.
That she's the leader of the pack, I think, because she kind of is.
Yeah.
Totally
I love with the newscaster when Kimmy first shows up. She's like, "Stop the presses! My paninis can wait." And I didn't catch that until this time when I watched it.
I want people in local television to start using that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like with an honest, like, stop the presses. There's been a shooting. My panini can wait.
Because there's no more presses. Everything's on the
No,
internet.
stop all the presses. I also liked how the ultimate insult of Durnsville is, I'm going to make waffles out of him.
Yeah.
Easternsville.
That was an East Durnsville thing?
I think so.
Oh, so West Durnsville isn't offended by that?
Not as much.
Wow. I missed that.
Like I said,
for
I watched
you,
them 3
Marielou.
times. I watched them 3 times.
That's the thing, is when I watch the show, I only watched it twice, but normally I always watch it 3 times before and after show, and usually every time I catch a new one-liner, I'm like, oh, Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina, you're good.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those shows you get more every time you watch it, which you wouldn't think is a 30-minute show. but it's just jam-packed with awesome.
Yeah, which is really cool that it's on Netflix. You know, you think about all these Netflix shows and it's like, this one is really made for Netflix because people can just watch it over and over again. Even if you DVR it, it's annoying. It's not the same. Like on Netflix, you just like click on it and you can just continue to watch it.
I just want to know what was going on in the writer's room where someone thought of, I'm going to make waffles out of him to be like the insult. Maybe they were eating waffles in the writer's room when
That's
that
what
came
I was
out.
thinking. They were eating waffles. They like had a writer's block. And he's like, waffles.
I'm going to make waffles out of him. So we have a bunch of flashbacks. We learned that Cindy used to have Hulkmania.
Yes.
And she would just think she was Hulk Hogan.
It was great.
And then Kimmy was the only one who could get her to snap out of it. But then later in the courtroom, she develops Hulkmania again. So
Yes.
it's unfortunate. Tina Fey is the lawyer. I love the Tina cameo.
Me too.
That weird wig looks so good on her. So awful. And I like how they just play up everybody to be a total moron. And Jon Hamm is like this
Just so charming.
misogynist charmer.
That everyone's so stupid that they can't see that like he is insanely psychotic and guilty of like many crimes.
So I want to know why this trial isn't like on a national level. Like,
isn't it? It's kind of seems like it is with all this with all the press and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, for that part of the country, like that's a lot of press.
That's true. The actual courtroom though, it's total amateur hour.
Yeah, I mean,
Total. Like Jon Hamm is his own lawyer, right?
Yeah. He's like, my client and I had this conversation. He goes through his papers and it's like, bro, that's you.
I love Jon Hamm.
I do too. And he was the perfect person to get cast for this part because in any role he plays, even when he's an ass, you're just like, oh, God, Jon Hamm.
So
Like even in
charming.
Bridesmaids, you know, you're like, I love him. I hate him. He's terrible.
I consider him like on George Clooney level.
Oh,
Like he's a fine wine getting better.
I like him better than George Clooney personally. I would take Jon Hamm.
Amal is gonna find you and smack you.
Oh, she's gonna smack you.
So then what do you
Because
guys
I'm
think?
hitting on her, man.
What do you guys think? Do you think that Jon Hamm's character is aware of what's going on? Like, is he smart and is like really
Yes.
playing everyone, or is he just foolish also and really believes these
Oh,
stupid
I think
things?
he's 100% a hoax, and he's aware of like everything.
100%. He couldn't have gotten away with what he did for all those years without
Yeah.
being extremely intelligent.
Yeah, I think he just figured out that there's a town in America with all of the dumbest people in the country in one spot, and he was like, I can capitalize on this.
Yeah.
I also like how when he was questioning Kimmy, it turned into like a preaching about how great America is. He managed to take Kimmy talking about how she was running away from her mom to running east to Ohio. That's not patriotic. And then he's sitting up with the jury. And he's like, I love America.
What does he say? He's like, if she didn't leave Durnsville, I promise all of you would be rich.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what
totally
he says.
twisting everybody's thoughts where they're like, oh, I want to be rich.
We also got a flashback of this wasn't a flashback. What am I saying? It was so then Kimmy goes to Cindy's bachelorette party. Mm-hmm. It was at a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And Cindy's pissed. She doesn't want her there.
Well, and also it's just Gretchen and Maria. There's no one else.
She doesn't know anybody else. They've been in the hole.
Gretchen really needs to reconsider her outfit choices because she's not a mole woman anymore. She doesn't need to dress like one, but she drank the Kool-Aid for sure.
Yeah.
She's all about the mole woman look.
When she was even recruiting new people, and Kimmy was surprised that she could even get anyone else.
Well, she still like wants to be a mole woman. Like I
Yeah,
think if
she's
she had her
trying to
way,
get
she
more.
would move back down there.
She said she had gotten volunteers at the beginning of when Kimmy showed up to the trial. She had volunteers with her. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember where she said she got them from. But I have a feeling it's Gretchen just trying to get more people in on that.
Yeah, but there was a
mole woman
flashback that Jon Hamm, and he was like, which I thought was really funny, where he's like, will you all please join me in a flashback?
All right, close your eyes.
And then Tina Fey's like, all right.
Breaking that fourth wall. I love it.
And this is when, in that scene is where he's telling Kimmy, like, oh, you could go outside, but let's send your
Yep.
friend out there.
Yep, he was going to send Cindy to the apocalypse. And also, she made a "that's what she said" joke, and he cut her off and said, "That's what he said because she shouldn't be talking."
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
He's a great cult leader.
Yeah, he's really great. And then he said something, he's like, you think just because you found that rat means that there's something else out there? And he said something about him talking, if you hear me talking to the pizza man about how long 30 minutes really is or something like that. And that was him saying, there is no life out there still.
Right. God bought him this watch.
Yes.
It fell off, which I'm pretty sure was an accident.
I like
they played it off.
Oh, you think that it wasn't written? Mm-hmm. That would be good. I like that kind of stuff. So Kimmy crashes Cindy's bachelorette party, and she's like, "Hey, yo, girls, we gotta infiltrate," without telling Gretchen what they're really doing. She's such a dumbass.
Why don't they just lose her?
I mean, she comes in handy. They got her working the crank.
I guess.
Yeah. So they go down there with the help of Randy, total dumbass.
Randy
runs away because he sees the mayor's cat. He opens the bunker for him. They go downstairs, and this was my favorite line of their time down in the bunker. Gretchen says something stupid, and Maria says in Spanish, "I can't believe I made out with her."
Yes. So funny.
I was hoping we were going to get a flashback of how that developed.
Right, but they just throughout the whole series kind of imply that there was weird sex. They're like, yes, there was weird sex stuff in the bunker.
Yeah.
But like they don't ever really
get into it.
But that was
never anything you see.
Yeah.
There's always the much weirder stuff like, oh, Kimmy, the reason they had a table was because Kimmy's legs were holding up a board.
Mm-hmm. And like driving, like pretending like Kimmy was a boyfriend, on a date, and she would be pretending to drive, and just so like they could have the experience, as Cindy could have the experience of being on a date.
Oh yeah.
And Hulkamania. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and one quick thing about Randy, when he thought he was being robbed, he said, "Take my wallet. I will let you do stuff to me."
He's the best sheriff ever.
I know, he was so scared.
Right, and then even after the trial, because now Kimmy is like the laughingstock of the whole town, he's like, "I didn't raise you to embarrass me like that." She's like, "You didn't raise me." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I said."
I was hoping we were going to get a cameo from Kimmy's mom.
Right.
Yeah. I'll save that for predictions, but that's what I wanted this episode. We're basically at the end of the episode, because then they break into the bunker, and it turns out that the crank is powering, what is the friggin' Jon Hamm's real name? Richard Wayne.
Gary Wayne.
Yeah, Richard Wayne Gary Wayne. He had a secret room, and it was just like an arcade. Yeah. It was like a den. Mm-hmm. And it was powering all of it.
And they start wrecking everything.
I know. I would have started like putting things in my purse. How can I resell this on eBay? And Kimmy finds a safe in the wall. I like how she instinctively knew 666 was the combo. Like, he never has talked about loving the devil.
No, but that's the date of the apocalypse.
Oh, he told them that was the doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's right.
Mind.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. He's a pretty transparent cult leader.
Yeah, these girls.
I'm surprised she didn't outsmart him sooner.
Yeah.
Or they didn't escape sooner.
I know.
Oh, well. They opened the safe, and then to be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very exciting. So with that being said, let's predict what's in the safe and go into predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
All right, since we have a new host with us, Marielou, why don't you be the first to make your predictions?
Well, since I've seen it all already, I actually know what's in there.
Sure.
Already. But when I first watched it, a lot of stuff went through my head of what it could be, but I imagined it was like a picture or a key to something else. That it wasn't quite exactly what they needed to find. Like it was just a step towards something else.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Do you want to make any predictions for the next season? Because it's already been picked up for a second season.
Oh, well, I can't do that without giving stuff away for you guys.
Solid.
Well, I'm excited it's coming back because I really love it.
Yeah. Go ahead. I know you've seen the whole thing, too.
I have.
I'm the only one that hasn't.
I know. I have, but, I rewatch it every week because I was very tired during a lot of the episodes. So I remember the finale, but I actually don't remember what was in the safe. It escaped my mind because I watched it like 2 months ago. So I'm predicting it's going to be something not that big of a deal. And I want to see like more family members of the mole women, and I definitely want to see all of the characters that have been in it since the pilot like back together in court to support Kimmy.
I predict we're gonna meet Kimmy's mom, and I think there's just gonna be money in the safe. I think he's just hoarding money. I don't know why. I just don't know what else would fit in that small safe. It's a really creative prediction. I'm trying to think of other characters I could predict. Titus, let's see, he went viral. Oh, and maybe when they go back to, if they go back to New York in the next episode, Titus is gonna have like a manager or something, like calling him up to be the next viral star.
Oh, and Dong.
Oh yeah, Dawn. Oh, I want them to just get married.
I know. And then when I want him to kiss again, I want to see him again. He's so cute.
Our other co-host Hannah was loving her some. Oh, what was his name?
Shoot,
the douchebag British guy that Kimmy was dating before. She loved that actor.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I'm completely forgetting his name right now, and I can't believe
it. We've said it a million times.
Yeah,
and I've seen him in another show, Mixology, where he played basically the same character, but he was still fabulous. He's like really charming. And you're like, I want you to be a good guy, but it's just how you are.
Well, I guess my favorite part about that character was that he spoke. He didn't learn to speak American. Is that what he referred to it as?
He learned to speak British. I think is what.
But he was raised in Connecticut.
Yes, and he rode like a little donkey thing, whatever that was, pony.
My parents raised me wrong.
And that was his storyline that had the musical.
Yes.
Yes. So when they have Titus's viral video up there, on the side there's all these like other ones because it looks like a YouTube screen, and one of them is that video.
Oh really?
Oh,
oh that's hilarious.
And there's also one that's like a makeup tutorial, but it's a dude like on the screen, and it's like makeup tutorial, and it's like dude with a beard who's like,
see, that's what I want. I want Titus to be giving makeup tutorials.
Yes.
I bet he could contour like a pro.
Yeah.
I wish he could have his like own like web talk thing until next season comes.
Yes.
Like a little weekly like 5 minutes from Titus.
Titus is actually in real life. His name is Titus Burgess, and he's very funny on Twitter. He just posts the most random videos, and it's like he'll just be like, "Well, I'm sitting in my apartment and I broke my fan." And like that's it. So if you aren't already following Titus Burgess on Twitter, follow him. All right, I've all predicted out. This was a really important episode for what seems like leading up to the finale. So I'm anxious to go home and watch it. And
you've been so strong, Kylie.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm the only one that didn't give in and binge watch. So thank you very much. I'll get some sort of gold medal out of that. Good for you guys. You get to experience the show over and over and over again. All right. Tell everybody where they can find you on the Twitters and Instagrams and all that, Marielou.
Find me on all social media at Marielou Mandl.
You can find me online at samdavidsonentertainment.com and on Twitter and Instagram at samd43.
Follow me on Twitter at the Kylie Hodges, and Instagram is just at Kylie Hodges. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next week for the finale of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.